Alright everybody, here's the deal. I am on my way over to savagecom.entertainment because I fell in love with Kimberly Michael and I want to follow all of her videos. By the way, she's me, I'm her. So follow me over there, savagecom.entertainment. Look me up, In Love with Kimberly Michael, so you can fall in love with me too. Woman, so I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. Around screaming that they're healed from their trauma, which is the whole point of the show is women and accountability and women and accountability. I can hold myself accountable. What happened? I hope that I am not on the show because my sound is gone. Jay, can you hear me? Because if we're on the show, my sound is all the way gone.
You're live. You're live right now.
I'm live? Okay, well, I don't have a sound. I can't. Can you hear me talking?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Loud and clear.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to Chaos and Confusion this evening. So big shout out to Jim Savage. We are really struggling tonight, him and I both, to get it together. Mostly me, but him too. But I appreciate him showing up. He's had a rough week, as have I. I appreciate it. So my screen's discombobulated. I'm just going to be honest right now. I can't see any comments. I can't see the chat. I'm going to try something and see what happens. So I can only toggle, and it's probably because I am on. What's up, Gilly? What's up, Jason? Thanks for coming, y'all. I appreciate it. We're probably going to put a lot of links in. Let me get out of the comments. I was going to try to share the show. So I'm hoping that when I come out of here that I'm still on and I'm still talking. Jay can tell me, because I have a lot of people that I really need to share this link with. Again, even though I went ahead and did it before, I need to share it again now, so that everybody, especially the people that I need to be on the show tonight. So can y'all still hear me talking? I can only hear Jay talk to me in my ear, so hopefully that's the case. Gilly's already here, but I'm gonna send her one anyway, so she knows. 7 is supposed to be on tonight. Soul is supposed to be on tonight. I'm texting him right now. Gilly's here. 7. There's a couple other people that I invited as well too, so we will see what happens, you guys. Again, I didn't do my TikTok. So I don't know what y'all just saw, how I looked looking at my phone, but hopefully it was whatever. Is it me, or is my hair all fucked up like crazy looking? Anyway, so tonight's show is Am I a Female Narcissist? And y'all see that right there? Am I a female narcissist? Is that a fact or a myth? So this morning I'm just gonna call it a pop-up show. Okay, I gotta go to the comments separately. I did a pop-up show. 7's here. 7 is here. Beautiful. Thanks, 7. He's talking about, oh, what have I? So I, text him to be on the show. So it's important. Gillies should be coming in on the show. Hopefully, maybe she's not. Maybe she's not gonna. But hopefully, Gillies coming on the show. Again, some other people. Quite a few people actually. I invited. So I'm hoping that they come on, is basically what I'm hoping. So so again, tonight's show, I am a female narcissist, fact or fiction. Now, so this whole time leading up to this, there's so much background to this, you guys, but leading up to this, even tonight, I was like, just the fact that I'm calling in all these people and that we're having a conversation about me personally being a female narcissist is narcissistic in itself. Let's just be honest. I'm having a fucking show again about myself. But I've also been considering a lot about me advocating, being an activist, whatever word you want to use, for healing, and I always say for love, definitely. But now there's this whole kind of turn for me where I have done a little bit towards like domestic violence, but you know, there's has been men in my ear lately saying that I should be advocating for like healed women, like women who are healing or need to heal or go through the healing process. And I'm not saying I don't by any means, but anyway, there's just this whole thing. So I understand the title of this, and although it started with me, I want to say that this is specifically to women who have shit they know they need to resolve and feel like they've resolved it and feel like they're at a certain place in their healing, but they're still in the same repetitive kind of behavior. I guess, I don't know, I guess it'll resonate with the women, but I am asking for the women who are going to be listening, which normally I'm not incredibly sympathetic towards the women. But in this case, I will say that if I were you, during the show, I would be excessively receptive to what I'm saying as a woman and what the men on the show are about to say. And I don't even know what the majority of the men are about to say, but I have an idea, knowing them, where these conversations may go. And it's going to be in different directions. It's not going to all be in the same direction. I can assure you of that. All the men that I invited on, I will say this, I'm skipping back over to comments, so you guys bear with me. 777, oh Lord, you're mean. I'm not mean, I'm a sweetheart. I'm a sweetheart. So, Halfway Healed Hose, LLC. Yes, so this is a new, so this Gilly is claiming this, we claimed it on the show. This show and essentially the shit that I'm doing literally is for halfway healed hoes. I mean, that's just the reality of it. That's kind of what it is. So we're going with that. Like, we're definitely going with that. So I don't even know where to start from all this, right? So because there's so much, like, it's not just what happened. It's really not. And again, I'm hoping that Gilly's going to come on. I know that Seven said that he would come on when he's in the space that he can, definitely. And again, waiting for some other people to come on the show that I invited. I hope that I'm going to try to send out a couple more links to people. I want to make sure I get everybody and don't forget anybody. I feel like I'm already forgot somebody. And that I specifically had a conversation with and was like, yeah, I'm going to send it. Don't worry. I know who it was. Let me make sure I sent it to him though. I did. I sent it to him, so he's fine. So again, oh, I'm in the wrong place again, you guys. Hold on. Let me get out of where I'm at. Oh God. Oh, here I am. Okay, here I am. Okay, so I made it. Great. I'm glad that you made it. Thanks for showing up, Mike Smith. I'm sure y'all know my face because I'm not sure who Mike Smith is, so maybe you guys know. But anyway, it should be very interesting. Boo, what's thumbs down for? What's the problem? Okay, so first of all, for everyone who's here right now, everybody needs to hit the like button. Keep commenting. We love that, and share the shit out of the show. Okay, that would make me super happy, and it would make Jay happy. You know, big shout out to SavageCom.Entertainment and Jim. I know I already did that, but big shout out to me. I didn't say this because I'm all over the place today, but welcome to In Love with Kimberly Michael. I am her, she is me. And we are talking about narcissism tonight. We're not talking about a disorder. I'm not any kind of psychiatrist. I'm not any kind. What's up, cooks? What's up, babies? I don't have any letters after my name. I'm not trained in any services. If you feel like you're in a mental health crisis, you need to contact a hotline or 911. This show is based on my experience with myself, my life, with my experience with the men that have been in my life and who are still in my life. And that's what this is about. So I'm solely speaking from experience and trying to get not trying, I'm getting a better understanding of who I am and who I am choosing to become as a woman. That's why we're here today, period. And if along the way it helps some women and maybe even some men come to have some clarity about who they are as individuals and who they are choosing to become, then fantastic. That would just be an extreme bonus in that case. But this is just me clearing my throat and heart chakra. So Jay can go ahead and put the link in, because I'm not sure where to start with this. I'm just being honest. I'm in my head while I'm bullshit talking with you guys. I'm trying to figure out where to start this process, because it goes back a couple of weeks and there's stuff that you guys don't know that it was my intention to completely clear the air. Like I kind of want it all out on the table. I call you in a mental life. I know that you do. I found $27 in the laundry and I'm keeping it. Bitch, I'd keep it too. What you mean? Shit, I call you yes, you do call me in a mental health crisis. And let me just tell you, Gilly doesn't have just like some sweet mental health crises, right? You don't see that fucking piece of hair right there? It's driving me crazy. Gilly doesn't have some mental health. It really is a crisis. Like even today, Gilly I was on the phone with Gilly. I was reading something to her that I'm going to read here on the show as well too. And we were literally going over this. We were dissecting this. Like, I don't know if y'all put this much effort into your healing and to your self-actualization and holding yourself accountable. But literally, first of all, me and Gilly have two opposing views on what was written initially. I think that we did a, I'm just calling it a pop-up podcast. That's what I'm calling it. And this morning, and I think that in that realm that Gilly was able to, oh, you know what, Jay, I gotta send, hi Scum TV. I have to send, hold on, don't anybody go anywhere. I know what I have to do. I already know what I have to do. For this other person, we always have to do this, Jay, don't we? For him, such a baby. Okay, send. All right, I got it to him. All right, let me get back here. Okay, so let's start. What's up, Shauna? Just getting here. I feel like I missed important information. You haven't. I haven't even started. Really, I'm just getting started right now in this moment. But thank you for being here. I missed you. I'm glad to see your face and your name. Really, it's not your face, but you know what I mean. I'm glad to see your little thing in there. So we are going to get started. I was just trying to find out. Let's just say. Let's just start at how we started the show. Let's just start right smack dab in the fucking middle, okay? I can't start in the middle, but I'm going to start in the middle. So here's what happened. I ran across something today. What's up? What's up, Ronan? The path to the temple is long. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is, Jordan. It is. And everyone, please welcome Silent Ronan to the show. It says Silent Ronan on purpose. Thank you. I appreciate that. My daughter-in-law bringing me wine. Tomorrow, I am, just for everyone's acknowledgement and for me to stick on my path and my journey. Tomorrow, I am I start a 90-day clear and cleanse alkaline. I wish, alkaline. No meat, no dairy, and no alcohol. Whew, for 90 days. Clear and cleanse, I think it's called. Alkaline water, all fruits and vegetables. God help me, I can't even eat eggs. What's going on, Bruce? All my fucking favorite people are here. I'm for real, like tonight's the night. Like I'm super grateful. And Silent, okay, so he's here for a little. Since you are here for a little, let me go ahead and get this out of the way right fucking now. Let me read this because I'm hoping, I don't know. I don't know. I know he's thought about it, and I'm so grateful he's here. But if Silent Ronan only has a minute, if he's going to consider coming on, I need to get this out of the way so that he could actually come on and have this, because this conversation was had today. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear me because I'm pulling up a completely separate app. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna pop back over real quick and just make sure that you can hear me while I'm talking right now. And were y'all able to hear me just now? I was talking about being in a different app. Did y'all hear that conversation that I just had? I need to make sure. Chat, comments. Did y'all hear me talking about being in the other app? Because if not, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to pull it up here. Okay, so we don't know. So we have no idea if y'all could hear me because I can't see the comments. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the assumption that y'all guys could hear me. Hey there, what's going on, Anthony? Thanks for showing up, I appreciate you. Bruce, Seven's here. Jay, I need you. Oh, Jay, there's the, okay, so for those of you who are calling in, there, right there where it says savagecom.entertainment, that is the link for y'all to call in and get on the show. Okay, that's the link for you to get on the show. Try again. Did you hear me when I was in the other app? I just said, hey, I'm in this other app. I just want to see if you were in it. If y'all could hear me while I was in it. That's my concern, is that when I leave this app and I go into the other app that y'all aren't going to be able to hear me talk. Jay, I know I can hear you when you talk to me. Did you hear me when I said I was in the other app? Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. All right, I'm going to read what prompted all this shit today. Not even today. It started yesterday, and what prompted all of it, okay? All right, hold on. I'm going to read it. Hold on. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, here's what prompted all of this that's happening right now. I read this, and at the end of reading this, I'm just gonna read it. This is, someone wrote this to, I don't know, from another platform to their platform. It had nothing to do with me, but when I read it, it held a lot of space. Anyway, here it is. She had a history of narcissistic abuse. It was part of her emotional narrative, and in spite of all the work that she had done to heal, she was still prone to manifest narcissistic tendencies in men. Such men could hold her attention and stimulate her womanhood. I'm at dinner. Can't hear you anymore. You went dead. I'm back. I'm back. See, that's what I was afraid of, that y'all weren't going to be able to hear that. So let me try to, I'm going to attempt to try to pull this up on my computer, but I just don't know that it's going to work. Gilly, did I send this to you by chance? Did I send this to you by chance? but hold on. You might not be able to hear me for a second, so just give me a quick second. I only have, just give me a second. I'm gonna send it to Jay. Jay's gonna put it up. I'm just gonna do a quick screenshot of it. So, because a screenshot, you can do a picture, right? All right. All right, hold on. I'm here. I just swear I'm here. Okay, hold on. I'm about to send it to Jay. Jay. Okay, there it is. Block off anything that doesn't need to be there. I trust that you know what's happening and you know what's going on, so that's cool. All right, so all right, let me get back to you guys so that y'all, in case y'all can't hear me again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Jay is gonna, I'm sorry, I don't know how I looked in the camera. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant at this point. Narcissist be damned. I don't know if Jay's gonna put it up because it's a screenshot or what, but this is what I read and the conclusion. Hey, you narcissistic mean person. Whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that I carry every trait of a narcissism. Of a narcissist, excuse me. I'm not saying that I do that. I'm just saying, like, seriously, on a serious note, that I feel this hit home with me. This what I read hit home for me. Okay, and in the deepest way, like it was a whole movement today. Like, I was on the phone with my youngest son. I had multiple conversations with multiple people today. Literally all day long was a healing thing for me. It was a journey. It was a healing journey for me. And it really fucking, I mean, for real, on a real shit. So Jay put the link in the comments if you want to call in. We all are. Okay, so Silent Ronin says we all are. It'd be great. Are you going to call in, Silent Ronin, by any chance? And Seven's going to call in after dinner. Bruce can, so let me say this. That a lot of the men that are on here right now are know my mind intimately. These men are some of my closest friends, and Silent Ronin is my son. It's my youngest son. He has never been on my show. If I had more time, I would. He's never been on my show. I specifically asked him to come on here because he was one of the people that I called today and asked if he thought that I was a narcissist. Because what my seeds believe about me is far more important than what I believe about myself. And that's just the reality of it. I need them to witness and see the best version of me. So Shauna said, I just had this conversation the other day. I also have some narcissistic tendencies, I believe. Yeah. So when I called Ramsey to ask him, when I called Ronan to ask him, sorry, he immediately said, we all are. Before I could even get everything out, he said, Mom, we all are. We all have tendencies at least, but we all just may be really just narcissists. Like, we've created this world, you know? But I mean, he went into grave detail about how we, him and I and his siblings, spent 20 years with a narcissist. And he also agreed, Soul Amin Ra is not on here yet, but he is supposed to be coming. He is in, actually, they agreed. They didn't even know that they agreed, but they agreed with each other. They had the same idea. But Ramsey and Soul, and I am too coming to this conclusion that the word created for us for a time. It was the word created for us for, I agreed. What's going on, Mr. Glover? I'm sure we all have a little crazy in us. Yes, I agree. How do you get on? Jay, can you post the link to join the show, please, one more time? And probably several times during this, but thanks for showing up, Corey. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all y'all, especially Ronan. Like, this is big for him and me. So for the world, it was the world created for us for a time. Yeah, there's the link to actually come on the show. And so Ronan, Silent Ronan, agreed that we all have tendencies, but he went even farther to explain to me how, unbeknownst to me, that my narcissism affected him and his siblings. So he's not only agreeing that he believes that I was a narcissist before I entertained his father, because I came from women who were narcissists, and he is aware of that. And so via the correlation. And my seeds know that they are allowed to speak any way to me, and even if not any way, but allowed to say anything to me, even if it hurts me, if it benefits their healing. And so don't take these conversations wrong. My children have full power to say anything that they need to say to me, regardless of how I feel about it. I mean, it's, for me, it's necessary for them to do that. And I'm glad that, and that's why I called Ronan. That's why I called him, because I knew that he would tell me the truth, even if it hurt my feelings. Because Gilly was furious when I read this and I told her that I think I'm a female narcissist, right? Furious. I mean, like screaming and hollering furious. She was just beside herself. How old is he? He is 24 years old. But honestly, he's like a grown ass man. I mean, he'll tell you that too. I mean, his siblings will say the same. He's the little older brother. He's that guy. He's the oldest. He's really the youngest, but wise I mean, him being wise, he is the oldest. Hi. Hey, you.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
If you're going to stop drinking, listen.
Yes.
If you're going to stop drinking, what are we going to have to talk about?
The same thing we talk about when we don't drink to talk. We talk to drink.
Oh my God. That was yours, not mine. So I've been deceived all this time. So you drink to talk? Not talk.
I talk to drink.
I understand.
Yeah.
We'll find something else.
Okay. I agree. I'll drink ginger ale and you can drink old fashions and we'll talk about how bad they are. You know,
No. If you are drinking ginger ale, I'm going to drink ginger ale.
You're so sweet to me.
I will. I promise you I will.
Respect the oldest. Yes. So my youngest is on here. He's Silent Ronan, which is dope as fuck. We've had conversations about all of my seeds. Bruce has known me. How long? I mean, me and Bruce have known each other a couple of years at least, maybe almost right around at least 2 years, full years, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been on several of my shows. We have drank together, cried together, laughed together. He's seen me inebriated, falling down, stupid, drunk, and I the same. Not the same for him. Close. But so, do you think that me being a female narcissist is a factor of fiction based on what you know about me? Gilly says it's absolutely inaccurate, but then she read the definition and decided that there's a possibility that I'm
No. I mean, and Gilly is probably just agreeing with you just to agree. But there is not a narcissistic bone in your body. You know how I know?
How do you know?
Because I would so quickly detach from you if it was. You know, and what do I always tell you, Kim? I've been in sales all my life. If I don't know you within the first 5 or 10 minutes, I've lost.
Right.
You're not. But go ahead. I mean, no. You're not a narcissist, but I will ride with you on this journey, as I always have.
And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. And I say it all the time, like, I have the dopest men in my life now. Like, I really do. And it's on purpose. I had this conversation with my oldest son today, with my real oldest son by numbers, by birth. By numbers, but right, because Ramsey will tell you he's the oldest, like he did. He said, how old is he? He's the oldest. But he's really the baby, but you would never know that to have a conversation with him, right? Tendencies. Yeah, tendencies. So he's saying that I have narcissistic tendencies, and at least have had in the past narcissistic tendencies. They may not have known it at the time, but my kids are very aware now. We're very open with one another. So now he can easily look back on the situation and say, if I did, and he's saying that I definitely had narcissistic tendencies. Not only did I have them, but that they affected them in their upbringing. And I take responsibility for that. I hold myself accountable. What they perceived is what's important, not what I projected. And that's just the reality of it. Our seeds are just that, you know, they have to see us in the realm of things, and they don't get a second chance. They don't get a do-over. You can't make them unfeel something they felt. With all that being said, hey, I sent links. Sorry, you guys know how this goes. So anyway, that's why he was one of the first people that I called, because I knew that he would be honest with me and tell me something or anything. You know what I mean? Trauma, like I'm gonna say, like that can imprint, like you can imprint on a lover. Ooh, this man, you see what I'm saying? Why I talk to him? Trauma, are you saying trauma like that can imprint you like you can imprint on a lover? Wow, damn.
That's deep. Wow.
That is deep, and it's accurate. I mean, it's not even not accurate. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense to me that would be the case.
Wow.
And I imprinted on my children. At the end of the day, I imprinted on them, and I take full responsibility for that and hold myself accountable. Some people say that I do it far past the point that I should, but I don't care. What I have with my children is my relationship with them. It's not your relationship. It's not this other mother's relationship. It's not my mother. It's our relationship. So, but you know, I am now, they are soul bound. Indians believed in imprinting on a lover. They are soul bound. I mean, Ronan made some very valid points when I was talking to him today, but at one point we make choices. Exactly, Jason, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm here to accept the behaviors that I do carry that are that were narcissistic tendencies that would put people in a place where they could potentially be hurt or damaged by me in some way. Those are the behaviors I want to put the rest. The other narcissistic tendencies that I carry, I want to embrace, because I don't feel like, even though I'm saying that I am a female narcissist, I'm saying that I don't carry all of the traits of a narcissist. I definitely. And
so Kim, tell me some, I mean, because, you know, now, you know, when people say narcissist, everybody's like, ooh. So tell me some, because I know you don't want to just be this definition of narcissism that's now, you know, crazy and all this stuff. Tell me some narcissistic traits that would be deemed okay. Tell me some okay narcissistic traits.
So it's Silent Ronan. Welcome to the show.
Maybe got about 5 minutes before I have to leave the house. Only got about 5 minutes.
Okay.
What I was trying to say was, just like trauma leaves an indentation on the soul, it's just like how Indians imprinted on their lovers, is how it's soul bound in it, and it's stuck with your soul. So every piece of you, right? You may have your own choices, correct? But there's always going to be a small piece to that, because you had to bend to a whole other world. You had to bend your will and our world around the trauma that we had to go through. You know what I'm saying? So like, you had to become a bit of a narcissist in order to understand a narcissist, because we were with one.
Wow. And
so in order for, and so it's 100% possible, because it's something that I had to understand for myself as well. Like, I have narcissistic tendencies. I also have tendencies of the abuser, you know what I'm saying? But understanding that, and understanding where I'm at, and understanding where my mindset is, and taking a step back and being like, that was a product of him, and understanding that I don't have to be that way, does 100% give you that choice. But sometimes it happens without you even thinking about it. Like, sometimes you can slip a word, or you can slip a tongue. Like mine is, I know how to talk, both manipulatively and non-manipulatively. Like, I don't like, and sometimes it happens and I don't mean for it to, and I have to understand like, hey, I can't do that. But sometimes it just slips because it's just the world that you've known for so long, and people, unless you snap out of it, like, unless someone's like, hey, like, you're really on some weird stuff, like, no one's ever going to know, especially if no one ever shares their journey. Like, no one will know that you're a narcissist, or no one will know that you're a sociopath or anything until like they understand like the trauma you've been through, or understand like how deep of everything that you have went through was, and understand that I had to bend my will to this person. You know what I mean? I had to bend my life to this person. So I had to become him in order to move his chessboard. I had to stay 3 moves ahead, 5 moves ahead. I had to manipulate my own life and manipulate my own board to stay ahead of everything that was happening. So I had to become a narcissist to understand a narcissist. I had to become a sociopath to understand a sociopath. Like, it runs deeper than what it runs really deep when you think about it. It's not just like a, like, and for me, mine was all about understanding. So how do I understand someone who was like this? Well, I have to go through the things that he went through, and I have to go through you don't necessarily have to. That's the choice that I made for understanding, and I understand. And so it opened up a whole other door for enlightenment, and it opened up a whole other door to healing, and it opened up a whole other door to a lot of things. So yes, I do believe that she has narcissistic tendencies, just like I do, just like all her kids do. Whether anyone wants to believe it or not, or when anyone wants to speak about it or not, it's a true statement, and that's fact.
Wow.
You can know everyone. You can know my mom on a personal level, but like, I'm telling you, when you live exactly what we lived through, it's not anything that you would consider a normal. You would consider a normal trauma. Like, it's not anything that you would ever consider that. And so, I mean, you got to think. I mean, I don't know how much has been shared on the podcast. I mean, like I said,
You talk about everything. You can say anything you need to.
like, and I say this a lot, but it's like it's like I grew up being a POW, yo. Like, and so I grew up like that. So by the time before I was even developed, I was already having symptoms of a man coming back from Vietnam. You know what I mean? Like, that type of. And so understanding and maneuvering, like, it's like it's a day-to-day task to not think like that, and not to move the same way, because that was the life and the and that's the world that we lived in, and not being able to branch out and understand that shit didn't happen any other way, and that shit didn't happen to everybody else, and it didn't just, you know what I mean? Like, that is really that was the eye-opening part and the eye-turning part. But like, anyways, just to wrap this up, yes, like, she does, and that's okay. And that's okay, because everyone does at some point. Everyone had a past at some point that we don't talk about, the past that we came over. Like I said before, don't let this mold that I'm in right now fool you, because it took a long time to get here. So those things are there, and I want to see how this conversation goes. So I'll probably watch the rest of it. But right now, I got a few meetings I got to head to. So I can't be on longer. Maybe I could be on longer next time. But that was just my 2 cents. Jay, if you want here, brother, I love you. I know you somewhere up in here, so I hope all good. Gilly, it's good hearing you. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. But hey, everyone, be good. That's my 2 cents. Y'all do with that as you will. Y'all stay up and stay safe. All right.
I love you. Soul Amin Ra, hello. And Bruce, I mean, can we just give him a moment? Because
That is my boy. What's up, man? Uh-oh, his mic's off.
Hey, Soul, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Am I live?
Yeah.
Yes, you're
My
live.
man, how are you, brother?
Man, what's going on, man?
Oh, you got it.
Hey, you know what? With some people, all you need is 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to leave it right there. You know? With some people, all you need is about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And it dictates it all.
Yes, sir.
You're a bad boy, man. You're a bad boy.
I
Hey,
appreciate you.
I do not like the way you came to my city and took over. Don't do that. Hey, look. The next time you come to Birmingham, you got to come see me first, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As the rapper say, I'll check in.
Hey, check in. Hey, check in before you come to my city, right?
Yes, sir.
On that
Yes, sir.
stuff, right?
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? Hey, because you have the anointing to take over. I gotta watch you.
My man, my man.
That's a bad boy, man. That's a bad boy, man. Hey, man.
Blessings, brother.
Like I
Blessings.
said, it was super duper short. But look, I can call that hour we spent a year. That's how
Yes,
deep
sir.
it was, man. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.
Yes,
I
sir.
really do. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. Honor and a pleasure to meet you, brother, for real.
Yeah. Good.
In
Hey,
love with Kimberly Michael. What's happening?
What's going on? So, and Ra,
Oh, you know.
we are, I think Jay is going to hopefully, if he's able to put up this picture of this poem that was read, that I read today.
Mm-hmm.
And you were on the show earlier today, so you know it. I read it on here earlier, but y'all, no one could hear me, so no one has heard this yet, actually.
Okay.
So, if you know the origins and want to, say the origins, you can, but it was just something that I read, and I read it to you on the show as well. And, I mean, anyway, I can't see that, Jay. So, oh, I can blow it up. Never mind. So can y'all see that? And can y'all read that?
Yes. Well.
Okay. As long as y'all can read that. So, I'm going to go ahead and read it because you can hear me and see me now. So
yeah, you should read it.
Okay, I'm going to read it.
Because I just see the narrative on the screen, but I can't blow it up to read it.
Okay. So she had a history of narcissistic abuse. It was a part of her emotional narrative. And in spite of the work she had done to heal, she was still prone to manifest narcissistic tendencies in men. Such men could hold her attention and stimulate her womanhood. They provided challenge. She was a strong woman, and a strong woman needs opportunities to exercise their power. Wow. Thus, he made her feel powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And my screen just went away, so I can't finish it. Okay, it's back. Made her feel powerful. He gave her everything she wanted in a man, even more, which is why she had to claim him. And it is here that she revealed that she had become her abuser. She had inherited his need for control and power. If narcissism is defined by self-entitlement and a lack of empathy, she was that to a T. For she felt entitled to all of his attention, and she lacked the empathy because she didn't care about how he felt about it. She was convinced that he belonged to her and committed to imposing that reality on him, just as her husband had done to her. He made her something she wasn't. Back then, she would use her gentleness as a tool to disarm his rage. Now it was a weapon she used to submit men to her will. She was a female narcissist.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell the whole story.
Okay.
So that was actually written by Soul Amun-Ra. It was not written for me. It was written for his platform. But when he read it to me, so Bruce knows. There's a couple people. There's a handful of people that know, and they know of a person, but they don't know of the person. They just know that there's a person. So, I am deeply in love with Soul Amun-Ra, and we have been. He's the reason why I've been smiling so much. And we have been in a beautiful, I think, healthy, whole, happy relationship. It has its own dynamics, which is between us. It's irrelevant to this. It has a unique dynamic, but nonetheless, it has been a beautiful experience. It has been a healing experience for me. I think Pop, I can't speak for him, but I would say that he's had some moments of healing as well too. And, you know, we have every intention of, it's my intention, I feel like his too, that we would never leave each other's life, that we would be in each other's life for the rest of our lives. And he read that to me 2 days ago, or 2 days ago. And when he said, I am a female narcissist at the end of that, I broke up with him. I walked away. Shut up, soul, shut up. Because he's laughing because it's like we're not broke up. It's crazy. I mean, he said that, and I read that, and I heard it, and, you know, there's this whole, you know, conflict. I felt like that was me, and I felt like I was doing that to him, like I was claiming him and saying that he belonged to me, and that's not what I want. That's not what my intention is for a man to be in my life. I don't want a man to choose or be indifferent or have to you know, compromise. I don't believe in any of those things, you know, and so I had to, I felt compelled in the moment to let him go. And he's laughing. I mean, he can tell you why he's laughing, but, you know, I mean, we have this whole conversation that we have about narcissism, and it's coming from him. It stemmed from him, this conversation about duality in narcissism, that there's a good and a bad to everything. There's a yin and a yang to everything. And that we are mirrored images of each other. And we have this understanding of each other because we both have done the healing. We both have done the work. We both have evolved to this. We both became who we wanted to become, exactly who we wanted to become. And we see that in each other, and we're able to, what's understood don't have to be explained. That's our relationship, because we understand each other in a way that most people aren't capable of understanding one another. That's how I feel about it. He could have a whole different perspective of our relationship. But we have been in love with the idea of each other. I've been in love with him because he's me, and he's been in love with me because I'm him. And now we're broken up.
Well, no. Kim, tell me why. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened when you read the last line of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me exactly what happened to you, because now I want to know if I'm a narcissist. Tell me exactly.
My man.
I heard everything that he was saying to me, reading to me when he read it. I heard everything he was saying, but it did not register until he said, she bends them at will. She is a female narcissist. And I was like, fuck. Or to get them to submit to her will. And I was like, and then he said, she is a female narcissist. And I said, fuck. Because the reality is that and me and Gilly went through this line by line, and she negated every line, and I proved to her in every avenue that I really was. This is the truth of what I'm saying to you. This is how I've operated in every relationship that I have been in thus far. I definitely can see that I make this claim. It's internal. It's me. I'm not outwardly doing it. I don't even treat the men that way. They probably don't even know that I'm fucking claiming them. Soul's ass did, because he's Soul. So he got it, even though I don't even know if he would say that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to speak for him at all past this point, because he's able to speak for himself. But I would say, me personally, when he said that shit hit me. Y'all seen Home Alone in New York, and he threw the brick down? I told Soul this. He threw the brick down, and the dude watched the fucking brick come to him and hit him in his fucking head, and he had this big brick mark on his forehead. That was me. When Soul read that to me, that was me. And I was like, this is the way I am in this particular relationship, I felt that was me in our relationship, even though he hadn't written that for me specifically at all. I felt that was me, that he was speaking directly to me, just like a pastor would preach a sermon and you think that sermon's for you, even though he wrote it for the platform. That's how it happened. And I just realized in that moment, all the frustration with my dating. Bruce, you've been through you've met some of the guys that I dated and, you know, liked some of them and didn't like some of them. And, you know, and we're like, why would you not like them? You know, that kind of shit. Like, and it all just literally
Hey, Kim,
opened.
My favorite is, okay, hey man, good to meet you, man. I see you again. And then he leaves that door. You say, yeah, you'll never see him again. He's dead. I'm like, what?
I don't like everybody. I don't like everybody. So,
wow.
So that has come to this. That has come to this whole production. I did a show this morning on this. Again, I was hoping Gilly would come on. She was fierce, and I know somebody else is on. I'm so sorry. I can't see the name or who it is. But welcome to the show.
You know what? Hey, let me ask you a question, Kim. And this is probably partly for me also.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a narcissist, or are you what we really are day to day? Are you a salesman? And can a salesman be a narcissist? Because you know what? I can every day when it comes to hey, look, I don't have my pen in my shirt. I can every day pull that pen out and be whoever you want me to be for that 30 minutes until you grab this pen and you sign this contract. And then in my mind, I quickly get myself back and then I run and I escape. Like, you know, it's like it's like, not like I said, this is what has me questioning. Do I use my powers for good?
I mean, you probably do. And maybe you do. And this is the fucking question of the day. This is why we're here. We're here to talk about good narcissism and bad narcissism. That's what we're here to talk about. So let's welcome, it says Simon Hectic to the show. Right. Hi, Simon.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
What's up? Thanks for having me up.
Of course, absolutely.
Your experience of narcissism really sounds kind of extreme, to be fair. I mean, is that what it really was?
Yes, I lived with a narcissistic sociopath, literally a narcissistic sociopath for 20 years. Yeah, that was I don't know how long you've been on, but earlier that was my son and my youngest son. And actually what he was doing, which is more than I try to do, I don't, because everybody has their own trauma, but he was trying to really say how bad it really was. Like I don't say like, oh, it was so bad, it was so bad, it was bad. But to him and to me as well too, it's much more than most people can fathom. The type of violence that occurred in our household and the type of stuff that we endured was way past any kind of physical abuse. I mean, we were literally tortured, we were held hostage in many ways, me and the kids as well. There was a lot of stuff that went on that was horrible, and it was a lot, and it was that extreme. And I say all the time, people don't always understand, which is why I don't go into it as much as I used to, because people don't understand that type of violence or that type of but it was extreme to the point that we all, are saying that we carry some type of narcissistic tendencies at this point. And what we're trying to determine now is, the good and the bad of it all.
So why did you tolerate it? I mean, do you think there was no way out, or was it just like you just wanted to like try and work this guy out? Well, I mean, because a lot of women try to get into relationships and try and fix someone.
Yes, and women get into relationships to fix someone because they're broken themselves and they haven't fixed themselves. So instead of trying to address the issues that they carry, instead of holding themselves accountable for their own behavior, they find somebody worse off than them that makes them look as if they're trying to do something good for them, when the reality is that they're fucking broken. Women get into relationships like I did because I got into that relationship because I was broken. I stayed because I was broken. I continued on with it because I was broken. All this other shit about men doing women wrong and all these did, no, we as women are choosing these men that are doing us this way because we are broken ourselves. And that's just the reality of it.
So that's kind of interesting. So like, you chose that man in the past. So what kind of man would you choose in the future?
I choose men like Soul Amun Ra. He is a Soul. I mean, you would say I'm not speaking for him. I've heard him say this repeatedly, but Soul will tell you that he might not say he's a narcissist, but he will definitely tell you that he has narcissistic tendencies. He's also, if I may speak at this point, my perception of him is that he is amazing and evolved and healed and knowledgeable, and he walks in wisdom. And he's a beautiful creature. I have men in my life now that are unbelievably fabulous. I mean, they're just amazing men. Their mindsets, the way they move, the way they speak, the wisdom that they have, how they challenge me, how they uplift me and encourage me and love me. And some of them are friends, some of them are lovers, some of them are relatives, you know. And I have beautiful men now because I've done the healing and I've done the work. I'm not that same woman that I was 7 years ago when I left that 20-year relationship.
So what kind of woman was you 7 years ago?
I was a weak, broken woman. I was manipulative, and I was physically, emotionally, and spiritually broken in ways that don't even make any sense. I was masculine, and I was unkind, and I was hateful, and I was selfish, and I left and realized that I was all of those things to survive. I wasn't all those things because that's who I was. It was survival for me at that point. So I decided on what type of woman that I wanted to be. I chose the characteristics that I carry now, and now I am that woman, and I'm still becoming her. And I'm learning that today that
a lot of women talk about survival, okay? So the place that you put yourself in, was that a place of survival, or was it a place that you put yourself in based on the fact that you try to be independent?
I've never believed in the independent narrative, so I'm not even gonna, I can't even comment or speculate that like that way. I've never considered myself an independent woman. I've never even had those type of conversations until I got out into the world, like for the most part, for the last few years.
Why did you have to survive when you could have had a man to cover you?
Because the man that I was trying to survive my life, I did survive it, and I had to survive because I was being brutally dehumanized, 5 days out of the week, if you will. I was being beaten, and I was being tortured, and I was being hazed. I was being there's some things I can't say that I was being because my
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just saying, why would you put up with that? If you're saying you were, that means that's a period of time, right?
Yes, and again, I was broken.
So that's a period of time.
I was broken.
So did you have no one to lean on? Did you have no one to go back to? Did you have no one to speak to? Or
no,
was you just in your own?
Simon, if you're gonna ask Simon,
was you just in your own headspace about like trying to be right?
If you're going to ask me a question, I need you to take the space to listen to my answer, and I will tell you what you want to know. I will feed what you are looking for if you will allow me to do so. So you asked me a question, I'm going to answer you. I stayed just like most women stayed because I was broken before I ever walked into the energy that was him. I stayed because there was no one in front of me healing, no one telling me that I needed to heal, no one telling me that I was wounded, no one understanding the trauma that I had previously been through that brought me to the adult trauma that I placed on myself.
Okay, so you don't have cousins, you don't have uncles, you don't have a mother, you don't have a father, you don't have anyone around you that can, like, you know, interject where it comes to some sort of trauma. You don't have any of that. Are you telling me that?
People. I came from incest and molestation. I came from rape. I came from a narcissistic mother. I came from a brutally broken father. I have no siblings. I'm the only grandchild on one side of the family, and the other side of the family were abusers, not only sexually, but as far as alcohol, mental health issues. I was alone in my life, in my childhood, growing up with a bunch of adults that were fucked all the way up. I'm telling you that I had no one to go to have a conversation with about my life, and I kept it hidden for 20 years. I don't understand why that bothers you or why it's so unrealistic to you, but it is the truth of the matter. I did not know that I needed to heal. I didn't know that I could become a different woman. I didn't know that I didn't have to be there and prove my loyalty and my love to him. I didn't understand that because I chose him. I didn't choose me. Now, when I get up, I choose me. Every day.
I'm not trying to just as a prefix. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm literally just listening to what you're saying.
Well,
which is interesting.
Can I say something also? And I really don't think he's trying to be disrespectful either, Kim. But let me say this: I had a mom who went through the exact same thing, and my mom had all those things you asked Kim, did she have? She had a loving father, a loving mother, a loving sisters. She had a brother that would have beat the shit out of him. She had everything that she needed. And all she had to do was make one phone call and my whole family would have rushed in there like a storm. So there is, like you said, like there's Kim's side of it. There's my mom's side of it. And somehow they're still the same. And I would love to know the answer too, because me, and like my mom cries to this day when when she remembers that when I can tell her something about that abusive man, and I was only 2 years old. So she understands the trauma I went through. And now she says I should have, and I would have, and I could have. But of course it's gone. We all have our own individual journeys now, but she had everything that you're saying. She had a daddy that would have came to her rescue, a mom, my mom had 13 brothers and sisters. Somebody would have listened, right? But I cram to understand, just like you. Is it the cheese on the trap thing? Hey, Kim, did he first woo you? Because you know what? Kim, what? This will probably let it go. Was he like that at first?
Yes, we were 2 weeks in, and the first time that he put his hands on me, we were 2 weeks in, but he was also a master manipulator. He was he took everything that I ever said to him or told him. We were friends for 5 years before we got together. And I, of course, never saw that side of him. And I didn't realize, because I had come from a narcissistic mother, that I was in a relationship with a narcissistic man. I didn't understand the depths of what I was in, nor did I understand what I was getting into. It ended up escalating into, 80% of my time was spent literally trying to survive the day, like literally trying to make sure that he did not kill me that night. I literally, when I say survive, I don't mean it like fucking naked and afraid in the woods. I mean survive, like make sure that I'm alive tomorrow so that my seeds can witness me surviving and living and doing something more than what I was doing right then. Like I knew.
Lady, that's beyond narcissism. Like to say that you was in a relationship and 2 weeks in he laid his hands on you. That's beyond narcissism. That's not that. Like the term narcissism is like just like a guy that's he might just like some Nikes, or like he might just be like popping, or he might like a new car, or like he might take those objects over women. What you're talking about, it's not narcissism. What you're talking about is abuse. That's some next level stuff. Like
I am talking about abuse, but that doesn't negate the fact that he was a narcissistic sociopath. The physical abuse was minor and minute in comparison to the mental, physical, to the mental and spiritual and emotional violence that he put on all of us. It was nothing in comparison to that.
Most narcissists are egocratic idiots, and they do not play really a big part in our lives because they're so busy trying to fulfill their ego, that they're just out there trying to buy the next shit and trying to impress people. They don't do stuff like hitting people or getting in people's lives where, you know, it becomes so dramatic and problematic. That's why I said, like, you need to draw that back for a second.
I don't need to draw anything back for a second. I know exactly who he was. I lived with him for 20 years. And just because a narcissist is violent does not make him not a narcissist. He had no remorse. If you look up narcissistic sociopath, there is not one characteristic in that list of shit that they give you that he wasn't. Just because you're taking the violence of it all and separating that out from his narcissism because you don't understand the type of narcissist that he was, nor do you understand the type of violence that was inflicted upon us. And that's okay. You're not going to understand unless you, in fact, are a narcissistic sociopath. This isn't about a car. I was part of his whole creation that he showed people who he was by saying, I have this beautiful woman, I have this beautiful life, I have this beautiful everything, right? I was all a part of that. He was egotistical. He was more worried about what everybody else thought, and I participated in it. I posted our beautiful pictures on Facebook and all the wonderful things that he did. I lifted him up and I encouraged him and I spoke life into him and I attempted to co-create with him, but it was an impossibility because everything that he did was for the benefit of himself. It was so that he looked good, appeared good, came across good, and in the same breath made all of us, including his seeds, look bad. It's something that you're trying to understand that you cannot understand. The only thing you can truly do is listen and be receptive to me telling you what really happened, because either you have never been this type of man or you're never going to be him, but you're never going to understand it. It's obvious.
Hey, yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say, do you know anyone named Alerden?
Yes, that's my son. That's my oldest son.
Okay, I just wanted to know because it's a new face. I don't want to just, keep bringing. Also, Simon.
Yes.
Simon. Can you hear me, Simon?
Yo.
It's totally different over here, brother. You know who I am. This is Savage.
I understand. I think.
Yeah, we have the conversation. We just talk. We don't need to,
Yeah. It's not personal. I find it really interesting that this woman is like talking like this because
there are people out there like that. You just have to understand.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
And that's the thing.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen.
All right.
If you don't understand, then you don't have to say too much. Just listen to understand. Because this is someone explaining the things that she's gone through. So there's no debate about how she's feeling about what she went through. We just need to learn to understand.
Yeah,
Right?
and yeah.
Correct.
I just
So I'm gonna bring him up on there, Kim.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And okay, so earlier was Silent Ronan. That was my youngest son. This is my oldest son. His name is Alardun.
My man.
Wait, am I on? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, Jordy. Yes, yes.
Oh, what's up? Peace Reflections. How y'all doing? I say. First off, this is the first time I've ever been on this thing, so like I don't know what to really say, but I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Say what you want to say. Speak your truth. You're
All
safe
right.
here.
So, like, family, to be honest, like the questions you're asking, you're never going to like. You keep saying, "Yeah, I understand. I understand." Of course, you understand, but do you understand? Because that's a different mindset. Because you're not focused. You're not paying attention for real. You trying to tell somebody to swim from a shark, knowing that the shark has an advantage in the water. You can't do it. All I'm saying is like you're telling somebody to swim, you're at your peak. You're like, I'm exhausted. What am I gonna do? Oh, swim harder, nigga. Yeah. You're not gonna understand. You can understand all you want to, family, but like to actually understand the energy and the actual focus of a shark, you can't stop it once it's in a frenzy. So you don't understand the behaviors or the oh, why is she acting like that? She ain't acting like shit, fam. That's called trauma. That's a response. There's no she's acting like that. Like, why do you think this is like she's looking for clout, fam? Like, this isn't a clout thing. She's telling you what it is, what it's about, and you need to understand it, fam. Because you understand. That's cool. You can understand it, nigga. I understand it. But I need you to understand where she's coming from. Because you're missing it clearly. And you're asking questions that are completely off the wall and don't even make sense. You're asking her questions like she's looking for clout. Like she's on here fucking playing the victim card and shit. She's not, fam. She's telling you what happened. She was trapped. And I already gave you the analogy. That was literally on the money. I'm not like toot my own horn, but that was really on the money. And you got to understand that too. So I'm gonna let you know that the questions are you're asking her like she's 17. Like, oh, why are you acting like this? Or why like you're looking for something that's not there. And this is just a story somebody's telling you of what happened. You'll never understand because you're just coming on here. It seems like you're looking for clout, fam, but I could be way off. I don't know you. But I'm saying is that she's coming on here talking about what we had to go through. Oh, my crystal's helping. So she had to talk about what she was really trapped in a cube with a shark on frenzy. So I overstand because I was there. And I understand because I feel her pain. I feel everything she does. So when she was tripping and scared, nigga, I was tripping and scared, throwing up, wondering what the fuck is going to happen next. Because all I'm hearing is fucking people throwing shit. So I'm feeling my mom, just her aura literally being disrupted. So I'm freaking out. And she's freaking out too because of this narcissistic behavior that I got the biggest nuts. And this shark is on a frenzy. So you saying like, oh, why do you feel this way? Like that You don't understand, bro. Like the shark reference is literally how it is. Like that's how it is. Or like a group of krill. Here, let's do this. A group of krill and a whale. It's like literally over the top. Just like that, fam. And the krill are fucking stuck in the mouth.
Where's your father, bro?
Where's my father? Yeah, this nigga dipped out quick, didn't he? Yeah, I put some real knowledge in that nigga's head, and that nigga dipped out. I don't want to fucking hear it, bro.
I don't think so, because Soul dropped off too. So
Hey, look.
No.
That's
I already warned you.
Listen.
We don't play the triggering games. We get to learn to understand. Y'all go ahead and talk. I dropped them. Simon, I know you see. Hold on. Simon, I know you see me in the back. I told you this is not those other platforms, my man.
Yeah.
We have the discussion. I'm gonna bring you up to talk to me and me only.
All right, I'm gonna leave.
No, what do you have to say?
you don't have to leave, Jordy. You don't have to.
Look, it's an honest question. I wasn't being rude. I wasn't being like this. I wasn't trying to blast him.
All right, let me ask you this then. What's your agenda?
There's no agenda.
So why there has to be agenda with the questions you're asking?
No, because I have not been raised by people. So every time I talk to people, I have a different perspective. So I have not been raised by a woman or a man, right? So let's get that clear. I raised myself since I was 16 years old, okay? So I'm not trying to go at people. I just find it really interesting because the young brother that stepped up, he had a real sort of thing for the way he was raised and how things were going. So I just found it really interesting. So that's why I posed the question, where was his father? Because he spoke a lot about his mother.
I'm his mother.
I know you're his mother. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it wasn't a blast. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying I don't know what that feels. I don't know what that feels like.
He was raised with this man that we're speaking about. That's what he's telling you. He was raised. He's 28 years old. I left 7 years ago. He was raised from the time he was 2 years old till his grown self with this man.
Maybe there's like a miscommunication because he has come up. He did come up before you told the whole story and who is who. So maybe there is a miscommunication. I just like the way you are asking seems kind of disrespectful because we don't do the trigger. I wasn't trying
to be disrespectful.
I know because I know what words to use to trigger people. So
I apologize if I.
It's all good. I understand. I'm just trying to get us to have a leveled conversation.
Yeah, and I think it's leveled. Obviously, my language is English, so
yeah, I understand. That's why I'm trying to get the benefit of
sometimes it comes across wrong.
Okay, but if you do want that life,
well, I just find that
you come over to the Crown Talk and we can get it in.
But I can bounce off if you want. I respect you, bro.
No doubt. That's all.
I ain't trying to come up here and do
I'm just making sure you're not. So y'all go ahead and have the conversation. Alert your oldest son. Let's just get along and let's just have the conversation. All right, he's gone now. So
so Bruce and so Bruce wanted to, I don't know it says Kim's up there. That's weird, but Bruce.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Got you. All right. Okay, Bruce, yeah, I know you were going to ask me something. Hopefully still.
Well, no. I'm just saying. And it's just like your son said. It's just like when that big giant fucking whale come up and grab them krill, you don't give a shit who. And you said 2 weeks into the relationship that he hit you, but you knew this man for 5 years. Okay, you know what? It's almost like this. It's almost like if I've been knowing a girl for 7 years, then all of a sudden she starts acting weird. It's gonna be hard as hell for me to leave right now because I got 7 years of good behind me.
Right.
So I got 7 whole damn years of good behind me. So when she starts weird, now this might be the actions of somebody who raised themselves like you, young man. But after 7 years of seeing nothing but good from a person,
Right.
you rarely find people that are going to just get the, as soon as he show you some, some different shit. You
Right.
usually try to stick around because you know what? It's the nature of us to want this shit again. That's just
Right.
wired. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a bad fucking relationship with a girl. You know what I mean? Now, fortunately, she couldn't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? But she whooped my heart. She couldn't physically get me, but she tore my heart up. Now, and what did I take from that relationship? Okay. What I took from that relationship is, damn these women. You know what I mean? I turned into a player. Or what I thought was one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all I did was packed up. I packed up all that hostility. I packed up all the shit she did to me. And what did I do? I knocked on the next girl door. Hey, it's Bruce. You got somewhere to put this shit? And that's
what happened.
I mean,
I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem.
It might be.
No, not you personal and your personal situation, but I think that's a problem in general.
Well, you know what? Girl, I'm riding with her.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I just think people move on too quick, and like we seem to assume that the grass is greener on the other side, and that's going to make ourselves better.
If you say that, if you say people move on too quick, why did you just ask her why did she stay? Because
I was just asking her a question. It's nothing to do with me.
People stay because they want. You know what? You got to be built backwards to want to see the worst in people. People stay because they want to see the good, man. They don't want to see nobody.
But it doesn't work like that. Like you could go to a restaurant and
you know what?
Look, let's take this. I'll give you an example, right? Okay. Go to a good restaurant. You know what a good restaurant is. You're picking a good restaurant because you know what a good restaurant is. You're not going to take a woman to a bad restaurant because, let's say you just met her for the first time. You're trying to impress her. So at the end of the day, what are you going to do? You're going to take her to Subway, or you're going to take her to something like, you're going to say some new word, or some sort of new sort of language where she's going to go, oh, and she's going to have a reaction to you. So it's like you're impressing her. That's what impressions are. You can't turn around and live life like that.
Kim,
I already know that was pretty vague.
If a woman has had Checkers and McDonald's all her life, she'll think that Red Lobster is a fucking extravagant restaurant.
Okay. Hey, Kim, let me do this. Kim, let me do this, Kim. Okay. Let's say that you, before you took that girl to that restaurant, you went to it yourself, right? And that shit was out fucking standing. I'm gonna take my babe there. But on the night that you took her there, it was shitty.
Yeah.
Now, you never go there again. Or you, baby, this shit was off the chain. You know what? Last time I went, it was whoop, whoop, whoop. Baby, can we try to come here again? Because I want you to experience that good shit I had last week. Come on, man. Don't do that.
You won't do that. Oh, come on, like you won't do that as a man.
Yes.
Yes. It's like if you like as men,
my wife right here. I went to a restaurant, man. It was 15 minutes here. I said the food was shitty. I said, does your level of service decline the closer you get to closing? He said, no, sir. Blue, 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 blue. This and that. And you know what else he offered me? He offered me what that man offered Kim. He gave me gift certificates. He gave me every fucking reason to try it again.
Okay. I'm just saying.
And you know what?
You are people of people. I'm sure. I'm like when I come on panels, mostly generally, I talk to like the audience, so that's cool.
You don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, man. You know, I mean, like her son said, he just gave me a new word. Understand? You know what, man? We done tried some shitty stuff out 2 or 3 times. You done done it too. You Superman. Hey, you Superman tonight for some reason. But you done tried some shitty shit twice.
I am the dude, though.
Hey, look.
I'll tell you that. Like, I'll tell you that for a fact. Like, I am the dude. Like, I ain't Superman. I'm the dude. Okay. And the fact of the matter is,
hey, look.
If any woman comes into my presence, they'll be taken care of.
But
man, we need to understand. What I do is I turn around.
You know,
listen. Superman. I'm not. Look, I don't discriminate. Like, because when I put my sunglasses on and I need to go to work, I'm Clark Kent. At the end of the day, when the women come into my life, that's different.
Superman was about niggas. They talking about you. You don't need sunglasses. You're sun gods. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is, and we need. I appreciate our black gods as I do. Okay, because we are all black.
All right.
Gods.
All right. So when you put your sunglasses on, you're blocking your power source. Oh, wow. So Superman was talking about niggas.
Are you naked? What the fuck, man?
I'm pretty. I'm a god. I can do whatever I want. Anyway, I'm talking about Superman. Superman is what white people look at when they see niggas. When they see niggas, they were like, wow, that's a superhuman, because they ain't never seen nobody do that before. And when they when you see Wonder Woman, I'm dropping some knowledge on this fool. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just joking, but I'm listening. Wow.
I know you need to be understanding what I'm saying, because you thought everything else was a joke too, dog.
I just don't understand why you don't have a t-shirt.
I know you don't understand. I know you don't understand, bro.
Hey man. Hey.
Whatever. I don't know.
You showing your hand, man. You got some different.
I mean, at the end of the day, like you dished it out, and you didn't. And let me use my son's verbiage. Let me talk now. You didn't understand that I came with a fucking tribe tonight, baby. And there is no way that you are going to stand up in front of the tribe that I have chosen to surround myself and my family for protection and speak to a goddess any kind of way. They are not going to allow it. And this is what has happened. And what you are getting, and what you are putting out are the exact same thing.
Yo, this
you
is the whole
You were not ready to be saved by the men who are.
This is the whole misconception about women. Women talk like this. And the thing is like, I'll tell you something for a second. I'm not being disrespectful. I grew up with 5 sisters, right? And the thing is like, they used to always talk to me, and I used to always think that they were right, because I had 5 sisters, and they were the closest things to me, and I loved them. And they used to have relationships with other men. So when I grew up, I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to the women. I'm going to listen to how they talk. I'm going to listen to how they speak. But the fact
your feminine energy is balanced.
No, hold it for a second. Every single thing they said to me
was
wrong. Like, the fact of the matter is I was listening to what I was born into. That was a problem. Like, the fact of the matter is like, when I had to step up and be a man and sort of bring up my own children and go into the wilderness and see what life was really like, they had nothing to say. I would call them up and I'd go, oh, could you offer me some advice? And they'll be like, oh, you're crazy. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, suddenly I'm not the provider for you. So I have to go out into the wilderness and provide for my own children. Now, what is I love my sisters. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. But they could not provide. I had to figure that out for myself, right? Now, so when women come up here and they start talking this nonsense about like, oh, I do this, I do that. Yeah, really? Why do you want a man? Do you get what I'm saying? Really, bottom line, it's like, are you going to be like, it's not even like a feminist or ABC sort of conversation. It's just, let's just be real. Like, can't you just turn around and go, I need a man? Why do you need, I don't want a man? Why can't you just say, I need a man? Why can't you just do that? It's problematic. Look.
No,
it's not.
She's like, oh shit. Like, why can't you just say that shit? What's
okay.
wrong with that?
Simon.
Where is it coming from?
Simon, hold on. Simon. Y'all give me just a minute, for real. Simon, this is what I just heard. Are you listening?
If you need me, I'll be outside.
I need you to be, I need you, hold on. I need you to be in a space where you can receive what I'm about to tell you, because I'm going to tell you my perception of what you just said to me. Oh, what I heard, it was that you feel as if that you trusted women and that they deceived you and that they hurt you and you feel abandoned by them, and that you have a wound in reference to women that has not been healed properly. So you are not receptive to a woman in her feminine, whole, healed energy. And I overstand and understand that. And I'm here to tell you that you were worthy of the truth, that you were worthy to have learned who you were as a man and who you could become as a man as well too.
This is exactly what women do. It's crazy.
There are women who will love you and honor you and respect you in your becoming that man.
You can't submit.
I am here to tell you that you have absolutely no idea who I am, and the fact that you don't have any idea who I am, you literally, verbally on live YouTube just showed everyone exactly what is happening, because every single man on this panel and every one person in this comment will tell you that I have never done a show that I did not say that I need a man. I have never, ever said, I always say, let me say it this way, that I need a man, because I am fucking aware of who men are. I understand their worth. I understand their value. I understand who and where they come from. My seeds, the men in my tribe. And I honor and respect them and give them all the love that I can possibly offer up, because they are deserving of it. Because they are deserving of it. And it is not my fault, and it is not my responsibility to handle the ordeal with the wounds that you have. I am sorry that you were hurt by the women that you were hurt by.
This is what black men deal with every day in their life when they come home from
I'm
work.
aware.
It's not this sort of stuff. And
I'm aware.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, lady.
This sort of stuff. Where is he going?
I mean, there's never going to be anything I can say, but I needed to say that to him, whether it resonates with him and whether he's receptive or not. Like obviously needs a nurturing woman. It's obvious that he needs a nurturing woman.
How old are you, lady? How old are you?
Okay, what?
Yeah, exactly. Right, and that's the fact. The wall has broken, and she's just talking. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I've got my life to live. Thus, she has a life to live. Now, that's
all right.
In terms of culture. So, how old are you, lady?
First of all, I'm not a fucking lady. My name is Kimberly. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Secondly,
get this? Goofy ass.
Hold on.
Pissed me off, bro.
Hold on. I did ask you, right?
Yeah,
hold on.
No.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna stop.
Hey,
like
I did ask you, Simon, what your purpose was, right?
I appreciate you, bro.
Simon.
Yeah.
I asked you what your purpose was, right?
Go back to your Xbox, nigga.
I know that's why I gotta drop you.
But go back to your Xbox, nigga.
No.
That nigga was goofy, man.
Okay, but hey,
Here's the thing, y'all.
let's keep it
Listen. I'm about the life. I'm about that life. I'm gonna deal with Simon on my own terms after this one. This panel is different. We talk here.
I know.
Figuring and doing nothing like that on this panel because that's not that's not what we bring in on this panel. But otherwise, I'll bring Simon on there and destroy him.
You know what? Hey, listen,
you know what I mean? It is what it is.
That's
but
why
y'all keep going. Y'all keep it civil. This is a civil panel, right?
Yeah, man. I mean,
I appreciate y'all. I learned it. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, brother.
Me too, big homie.
That's what's you know what? And this is where we are, what we become. Now, she chose to talk to us about something that's huge to her. And one of the first things she did was she verbally surrounded herself with the people she loved. Oh, Bruce is here, blah, blah, blah. Here's the man, everybody I love in here. And then you know what? Along came a spider. You see how easy this is? Oh my God, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And
he was good at first. He was good at first. And then he
I even offered him another way because he was he was on some crazy stuff. Like, so you stayed? I even offered him something else. I even offered him my side of it. I've been trapped before. I gave that chick who did whatever she wanted to do it a million chances. Now, am I better or worse because of it? I don't know. But come on, man, you don't do people like that, man. And you know what? And then on top of it, what he wants to do then, because everybody's saying, whoa, now you want to turn it into a man and woman's. Man, what? We weren't even talking, man. We were talking about personal traumas. It wasn't because she was a girl, she went through it. It wasn't because I was a boy, I went through it. It was stuff that we went through. Man,
he was thinking there was an alternative.
How old am I? Let me answer that question. How old am I? I'm 53. And I
a
lot of stuff in my life a lot better.
I'm 52.
Oh my God.
I mean, it became evident when he said, why wouldn't I? I mean, he was trying to impose a narrative on me that I don't carry because he doesn't know me. And fortunately, he sees me as he's seen every other woman in his life, which is an imposter. I mean, that's just basically what it boils down to. And that's fine. On top of that, I'm a white lady. I get it. 10,000 snakes. Hey, I know the story. 10,000 snakes. You're supposed to fucking figure out which one is not going to bite you? No. Absolutely not. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
By his own words, when his sisters gave him information that he did deem positive or whatever he needed, he still got a relationship with his sisters. He telling you should have just got your shit and left and never turned back. I bet he still talked to his sisters. You know, I bet he still go over there. And you know what? Hey, look, now I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna bring some man woman in this. I guarantee you, his sisters still talking the same shit they used to talk back when they were telling him that shit. Don't play with me, man.
Bro.
Hey, look, Kim. I knew I put this fucking turban on for something. I'm going Taliban up in this.
I mean, listen.
Hey, look, we didn't even come here for that, y'all. Hey, let's get back.
We came for what Soul wrote. We came for the narcissism. And I asked Jordy today, and Allerton, I asked him today I asked everybody except for my daughter. I was hoping she'd come on too tonight, but I asked Allerton if he thought that I was a narcissist. And what'd you say? What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What'd you say when I asked you if you thought I was a narcissist?
Okay, what I had said was I can't comment or speculate because I didn't know the behaviors of a narcissist and what for. And what I was saying, I know that. But now that I haven't been with my long enough to, co-angry, narcissistic behavior.
You're breaking up.
Because I have, so I know, okay, cool, but I haven't been with my mother months, really.
Yeah, he's breaking up bad.
What for?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
That's my, oh, can you hear me, Phil?
No, you broke up the whole, nobody heard anything you just said.
Yeah, you broke up bad, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
What did you, can you answer again? What did you say what did you answer when I asked you if I was a narcissist? Ramsey said I was. What did you say?
Well, I ain't got, you can hear me?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's going in and out.
Oh, is he still? He's saying no, but
I can't.
Bruce doesn't think there's a narcissistic bone in my body.
Can you hear me now?
You know what? Now,
yes, that's better.
You know, now that we've talked, I
is
can
it
see now.
I don't know. All right.
That
Anyway,
there's
I had
probably
said
a fine line between narcissism. Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't know.
I guess it isn't still working. I guess Jordy's is not still working.
Well, you know what, Kim, I'm gonna say this real quick. Talking to you and listening to both sides and listening to some stuff that you're talking about.
Better for who?
That
Me?
I've gone through also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the person that was under the abuse of a narcissistic person is a narcissist or a survivor.
Oh, my bad. Well, I was just.
You're going in and out, man.
Yeah, your microphone goes in and out, Jordy.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, if you're then a narcissist or a survivor. Because, you know, like I said, I put on whatever cape I need to go get what I need to come home to, you know, to bring that deer out of the woods to feed the family. So, you know, can you label it narcissistic?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
it's also survival, right?
I mean, so Soul, do you think I'm a narcissist?
The narrative is getting confused. We're going from narcissist. The story of narcissist is just a story that says a person who is 100% okay with their reflection.
Okay. Awesome.
And we live in a society where no one accepts them fucking selves. There's filters, emojis, like motherfuckers is characterized, creating I forgot what they call them things, but animated versions of themselves.
Bitmojis.
No, the like when you change the avatar.
Avatars.
Everybody is like, so a person being 100% okay with themselves is deemed offensive. When I speak of narcissism, I'm not speaking about a personality disorder. I'm not speaking about nothing negative. I don't get into judgment of good and bad. I know that good and bad, good and evil, all that shit coexists. A narcissist is a motherfucker who says yes unapologetically to themselves, to their reflection. And I know countless beautiful women who cannot say yes to their goddamn mirror. That's it. That's it. Awesome. The personality disorder and all of that shit, that's psychobabble. I don't get into all that. That's whack. There's nothing negative about saying yes to your motherfucking reflection. And there's nothing bad about knowing that you are the motherfucking content creator for your motherfucking life. You are the projector for your motherfucking reality. And we don't do shit that we say no to. We see things that reflect us. That's what creates our tribe. Wow. Especially when you're a conscious individual. I'm not talking about that lower level goofy shit that everybody on. Like, no, that's not like, and this whole conversation has been derailed. Like, I'm like, what the fuck am I here for? What are we talking about?
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with saying yes to yourself. There's nothing wrong with experiencing experiences that remind you of who the fuck you are. And if you are a woman trapped in a circumstance under the dictatorship of a negative narcissist, a person who has the personality disorder, like there's no judgment involved in a person surviving that reality. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are we, like, what is he, what? So what the fuck is this? But there's nothing wrong with saying yes to yourself. And that is the principle of narcissists. The story in and of itself says the man saw his goddamn reflection in a pond and said, I don't need to see nothing else. Now, an insecure motherfucker who seeks external validation may look at that story and say, oh, I've been called self-grandiose many times. I've been attributed all those characteristics. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I was in prison and I believed that I was going to be free. I was in prison. I believed that I was going to manifest my freedom and I was going to build my business. That was self-grandiose to this population, to those people who think that way. There is nothing wrong with being oppressed and seeing yourself in that oppression, realizing that you're oppressed, that consciousness is the key. You realize, like, damn, I'm fucked up. And I want to change my reality. And you choose yourself over that bullshit. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, no.
But that's like, but I don't like when shit get confusing. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like,
I am so happy that you felt the need to be so passionate just then, because everybody has been off the fucking wall about me asking this question, me saying that I am, and no one except for Soul, and I'm just being fucking honest, it doesn't have nothing to do with who he is to me or how much I love him. It has nothing to do with that. But honestly, he understands what I'm saying when I say this, and that is it. Like, I absolutely am in love with myself. I absolutely talk about myself a lot. I'm absolutely sensitive to criticism because I don't need it. I criticize myself enough to get to the place where I am today.
Right.
Okay? I criticize myself enough. I remember one time my daddy called me. He was telling me how fucking worthless I was, basically. How shitty I was. My life wasn't shit. I didn't amount to anything. I didn't have shit. He was just going the fuck off on me. And I said, you know what, Daddy? I said, when you can call me and tell me something that I don't know about myself, then call me back. But until you can tell me something that I don't know about myself and that I don't believe about myself, I don't want to fucking talk to you anymore. Because everything you're saying to me, I already say to myself. Everything bad that you could possibly say to me, I have already said. I have already had that conversation. And now I'm in the fucking business of loving the fuck out of me. Of loving everything fucking about me. Who I love, how I love, what it looks like, how I move, how I dress, how I wear my hair, what the fuck my body looks like. Every aspect of me, whether someone else considers it flawed or not, I fucking am in love with Kimberly Michael. And I don't give a fat baby's ass what that looks like anymore. I'm tired of people calling me arrogant. I'm tired of people saying that I come across a certain way and that I shouldn't A, B, C. Fuck y'all and fuck them and whoever else is involved in judging me for who the fuck I want to be. Currently, who I am is exactly who I fucking choose to be. I am a healed, evolved, polyamorous, beautiful, wise ass, fine ass fucking woman. I am brilliant and creative. I am loud. I am feminine. I am sweet. I am loving. I am compassionate. I am all of those things. And if you fuck with anybody in my tribe, you will get the exact opposite of all of those things at the highest level that I can give it to you. But I choose me. And y'all can put any fucking thing on it you want to. You can put any name or any title that you so choose. I choose to call it Kimberly Michael.
Right on.
Awesome.
Right on.
That's what I choose.
I heard the mic drop.
Hey, Tim. I used to be the mic drop guy. God damn.
You did. And then you just get up and leave.
Hey, man.
You did.
Hey, hey, Kim. Hey, look, this shit got so heated and interesting. I went and found a damn charger because, you know, my phone died by my phone should have died 15 minutes ago. I went and found the charger and everything, baby. So,
it is. And the fact that
I wish it was about man and woman, guys. It's not, man. Come on, we got to get past that shit, man. Man, you know what, man?
Hey,
if we don't find love, man, we gonna be lost in the damn. Man, you serious?
Hey, I know I got to get going, but I know when I come back down to Slam, Alabama, I need to see Bruce, and I need to have a shot of bourbon with Brother Savage. Where he at?
he's in Connecticut, I think. Or
he up here by me. Yeah, I need to connect with him. I like his energy. He a real nigga. Like, I mean, well, he's a real brother. He's a solid brother. Pardon my urban French.
Urban.
Yeah, and you met. Well, I mean, you got the talent. I got Ramsey, and I got Jordy on. I got all the men that I love the most in my life. Seven was
listen,
here.
Baby, I want to say this before I go.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
You're doing some remarkable shit, right? And time is money. And I as your friend, as your beloved, I don't want to see you waste, like, because you'll hold space for an asshole.
Woo. Cut him quicker. Go ahead, soul.
And I'm saying, when you recognize a certain energy and you know that there's no getting around their lack of understanding, don't preach to that shit. Your words are powerful. Use them to reach intentionally the people who will resonate with your message and gain some understanding and enlightenment. I appreciate that, Brother Savage, for coming on and saying something. I'm just sitting here listening like, oh shit, I gotta go. I can't do this. Like, shit, y'all fucking up my buzz. I'm on some good flour and some good bourbon, and I'm like, what the? Like, no, this is a buzzkill, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is.
Like, no. But baby, I'm just saying, time is money.
I'm just
and I know that you go into this. I know that you're thinking as a content creator, like an hour and a half if it get good, 2 hours if it get juicy. But you know, people's attention span is short. So you're good at breaking down the baby food so everybody can digest it. And you're good at bringing, like, when Gilly go left, you're good at bringing her back center. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, babe, don't entertain, like, the goofies. You know what I mean? Like, when you see that there's no getting around it, when you see that there's no potential to establish understanding.
Right.
Overstand it, beloved, looking motherfucker. All right, good people. Bruce, I say, my man, y'all be safe. Brother Savage, I like your words, man. We gotta connect. I gotta
I
go
hear you,
soon.
brother. I hear you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Right on. Y'all be easy. Blessings.
Blessing.
I guess I'm the next one to leave. Hey, Savage. Hey, hey, but you know what though? I mean, I've touched on this with Kim myself, and then and I've told Kim that I'm looking. You know how when somebody's missing, they have a whole bunch of people who love and understand them, and police and everybody to go look for them.
Yeah.
My shit now is I'm looking for Bruce. Don't help me find him. You know what I mean? Because I got to find myself, man, and this was good for me because you know what, Kim, this was good for you also, Kim, because you know what, you and our living is making everybody happy. That is our living. Our living. Hey, look. Hey, Kim, we talked 4-5 times this week. You know, because I know how important the shit you done down here is to get done, and I put the right people in your place, and woo woo. So our job is to make people happy.
True.
But you know what though? Let me tell you what people don't understand, Kim. What people will never understand. What people would never fucking understand, baby, is sometimes the tow truck need towing. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking tow truck got an engine, a battery. It's got, you know what I mean? It's just got a little bit more torque. But sometimes the tow truck need towing, man. And you know what? I can see, Kim. Did you see me when you was about to crank it up? I kept doing like this. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it. Don't you ever do that again, man. And in other words, look at your son, man. He down there like a tiger. He took his damn shirt off. Hey, he'll get him. Hey, look, baby. All you got to do is be a lady. Your son came in there and said, "Whoa, what kind of whoa?" I love it, right?
I love it too.
I love it, man. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's his mama, man. He's supposed to do that.
I love it.
And
I love it.
And on top of it, if your delivery, you know what? You can put frosting on a big ass turd and put sprinkles on it. And that's all he did, y'all. He snuck past us. Cause that shit had frosting on it and sprinkles. Had frosting and sprinkles on it, man. So he snuck it in that right past us. Now,
He did.
I also appreciate Brother Savage. Brother Savage like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Savage, I've never heard your voice get so deep. Hey, about that life. Hold up. Ooh.
I protect my tribe, brother.
You ain't about to come from Miss Kim.
We don't do that shit around here, man.
We're not doing that.
What I know for a fact, Kim, is this. We are both the same people. And when you call and say, "Hey, Bruce, be down at the spot at 3:00," I'd be like, "Shit, I ain't gonna be done at 4." But I make it 3 so I get down there. Because
okay, I'll do it.
Hey, babe, it's a meeting of the tow trucks. It's a meeting of the tow trucks, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all too often we pulling everybody else out of shit. You know what I'm saying? And this platform is your turn, man. You know what I mean? Hey, then look, even when we create shit, it's some shit about helping other folks. Man, come on, man. Sometimes the tow truck need towing, man. We gonna make a t-shirt. Who all want one?
I like that. I want one. I want a t-shirt.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the tow truck need towing, man. People don't understand that, man.
Yeah, you know that Gilly said that she's claimed the name Half Healed Hose.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna start making merc with Hatfield Hose LLC.
The problem with that T-shirt is all they gonna see is holes.
That is the problem with the T-shirt. I agree. Okay, so
let's not make that one.
Yes, let's not make that one. Okay. All right. I want to thank everybody that came on tonight. It was a great show. I wish Seven would have came on, but Seven was here. Bruce was here. Silent Ronan, Ramsey, Aladun, Maria was here. My daughter-in-law, like Gilly was here. Everybody was fucking here tonight, and I appreciate it. And I was receptive to what Soul said and to what Bruce said, and Jordy. You know, I appreciate you, and I adore your mind. So I'm just happy that I'm surrounded by men who you can have conversations with and who can show you that there is such thing as Black men like you that exist. You know what I mean? So thank you. I love you. I believe in you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You're my favorite 28-year-old son. Jay, I appreciate you so. Bruce, thank you so much. For everybody who's here, if you haven't pressed the like button, do that. Thanks for all the comments and the engagement. If I stepped out of character, I don't apologize. I am who I am. And we'll see you next time, next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And I'm also on Podbean on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. And come by and see why I'm in love with Kimberly Michael. Bye.